Good evening and welcome to West Shamokin Junior Senior High School for tonight's Heritage Conference matchup. Sorry for the late arrival here. We had a little technical difficulties, but the good thing about us these days, we're pretty good at solving them here in a pinch. My name is Joe Rhodes. Joining me to my left, Josh Schreckengast.
Hey there.
Oh, move that a little closer maybe, Josh.
Hey there. Hey there.
Okay. Boot you up here a little bit, Josh. So the Stingers and the Wolves underway here. Stingers come to the game at a record of 6-1. West Shamokin 1-6. So opposite sides of the record books, I guess you could say. A little bit of an echo there, Josh. You hearing that as well?
Yeah.
Let me see if that, there we go. We'll start with the basketball here in the first quarter, but Josh, you got to get this out of the way. Certainly excited to watch this Marion Center team. I had to pick a team that I was most excited to watch coming into this year, maybe outside of the local schools that we cover, that being Armstrong, West Shamokin, Freeport, Kiski area, Highlands. It's this Marion Center girls squad. We saw them almost have the upset of a century when they almost defeated the Whitfield champion, Neshannock, in the state playoffs last year, Josh. That's how we ended our basketball season, and glad to get to catch them here tonight in the latter days of, I guess the middle days of December. West Shamokin taking a lot of time.
Well, you got to slow this Stingers offense down, I think. We saw them, as you said, in the state playoffs, also in the district playoffs against Bishop McCourt. Played a good game in that one, too.
Lily Jordan up with the shot. Well defended there by Lipsy. Stingers come out with the basketball, 6:36, so a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Miller pulling up for three, and good. Lydia Miller.
I know.
Wasting no time there was Miller. Full court, man-to-man, and a reach-in foul there as Maria Young, actually they're going to say it's a carry, I believe, Josh. So defense by Marion Center present on these first two plays. Well-defended play there. Lily Jordan on the first possession, and they're forcing a carry were the Stingers.
I'm keeping track of carries called this year, Joe. I've seen two now.
There's a drive to the hoop, bumped and fouled. The foul's going to go against Stewart. Drawing the foul for the Stingers was number 30, Natalie Black, the forward. Stingers a gritty group, a nice mixture of guards and forwards, you know, good size, good athleticism from the guards.
Can they do the gritty, though? That is the question.
I know you can do the gritty.
I'll hit a gritty every now and again.
Shot up no good. Stewart there to track down the rebound to end that Stinger possession, but there it's going to get knocked away. Some errant passes. Good job there by the Stingers to move the basketball, and they take a 5-0 lead. Miller there to finish the play. She's got all 5 of Marion Center's points. Get the scoreboard going here momentarily. Jordan doubled. Here's Stewart from the free throw line, and good. Nice dish out there by Lily Jordan to find the open Stewart right at the free throw line to knock it down and bring the Wolves back within 3.
Yeah, good pull up there by Stewart. She was open right at the free throw line. Knocked it down.
You can tell the emphasis is to double down on Lily Jordan on the block. Lily getting to play a little bit more of her familiar position there at forward. Here's Lipsy, 3 from the corner, no good, loose ball. Maddie Kern comes away with it, gets it to Young. Young's looking forward, but decides not to try to get it down to Lily Jordan, who was making her way down court.
Stolen away there by the Stingers, good hands.
Yeah, Stingers defense strong so far. There's a big block by Stewart on Black. We'll stay here with Marion Center, but West Shamokin flexing its defensive muscle there.
Yeah, that was Alexis Brocious getting the steal at the other end.
This one thrown in. A shot up off the glass. Nice touch there by number 5, Macy Miller. So all Miller's responsible for the scoring here. Macy with that last bucket in the first 5. Coming from number 24, Lydia Miller, my personal favorite number in the green and gold. There's a 3 shot up, no good. Nice box out by Jordan, puts it up and in. Lily Jordan with a great box out there to get the second chance opportunity and keep the Wolves within striking distance, but Marion Center, another bucket there. I believe that was, once again, Miller, Macy Miller. It was indeed, so put her on the board with 4. 5 for Lydia, and that's the Stinger scoring thus far. And there is a travel by the Wolves back over to Marion Center. So Marion Center showing a strong defense here so far, Josh. I'd say that's the big takeaway early on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
9-4 your score, first quarter, 3:27 left. So Marion Center very efficient so far offensively, Josh. As Miller drives, kicks it out. Lipsy with a shot fake. She's going to drive to the middle of the court, loses it and throws it back up. Gets her own rebound, as we've seen her do often. Gets it out to Miller, who puts up the 3, and it's rebounded by Maya McElwain, who's fouled. Reach in. It'll be Marion Center's first foul of the contest with 3:07 left first quarter. It's going to go against number 10 for the Stingers. That's Brinley Haggerty. And the ball back over to Marion Center, so a turnover on the inbounds. There's a shot up and good. Lydia Miller adding to her total. She's now up to 7 points, and the Stingers up to 11. Continued press here by Marion Center. Shot by Talmadge, front rim, no good. Off the face of McElwain and out of bounds. Back over to the Stingers with 2:39 left. We saw West Shamokin take their time in that first possession of the game. Josh, kind of meticulous and running through their offense there. Kind of a quick shot by Talmadge and front rim, and Wolves couldn't corral. Here's Miller, quick shot from the elbow, extended, back rim, no good. Flying in there to grab it was McElwain. She's going to push the basketball. She's going to try to go baseline. Has a chance, wrap around, no good. Rebounded by Lipsy, nearly a travel. She puts the ball on the floor, and she's going to take it herself. Trying to dribble the length of the court. She's going to dribble through traffic, up off the glass, and good. Maya Lipsy with a bucket, and a timeout by West Shamokin as the Marion Center lead has swelled to 9, Josh. So we're going to take a quick break here and feature one of our favorite sponsors. They're all our favorites, but a place that we like to spend a lot of our time, Bird's Foot Golf Club. Oh, there we go. Again. Oh, there we go. Maybe I'll just need to hold this, Josh. Not sure what that's about. So we'll take that score again. It's 15-6 in favor of the Stingers. Another shot up and good by, I believe that was Lydia. Nope, that was number 22 this time, Josh. The one, the only Maya Lipsy. She gets her first bucket of the game.
Lipsy's been having a great first quarter here. She's followed her shot there on that one miss, got an assist right after that, after tracking down her own rebound and getting some buckets too.
17-6 the score, under a minute to play. Lipsy able to corral that one after the shot deflected off the hand of Young. Pass to Miller, down off on the block, right idea. She turned and found the open player I believe that was Black's defender shifting over to kind of double team her and off the hands and out of bounds. So it'll stay or go to go to West Shamokin with 32 seconds left. Kern's going to push the basketball. Numbers for Marion Center. She comes to a jump stop, swatted away through the hands of a couple players and brought in by the Wolves. 21 seconds left in quarter number 1. Shot up, no good. Wolves with another second chance. A lot of those coming in this first quarter, most of which thanks to Lily Jordan. That one stolen away. 3 seconds, 2 seconds left. Marion Center's gonna have to try to get a shot up and out of bounds, but the quarter will expire with a 17-6 Marion Center lead after 8, Josh. And we're gonna stay here and pick your brain a little bit. What'd you see there in quarter number 1, Josh? From the Stingers and the Wolves?
Well, you know, sometimes when you pick my brain, it's a dry crop. But what I saw from the Stingers, actually, Lydia Miller, first off, looking a lot happier than the last time I saw her after that game against Shenango.
Yep.
And game at Shenango against, they played Shenango, right?
Yep, at Shenango. Yep, first round of the PIAA playoffs.
Right, and we gave her player of the game after the game, and it took her a while to compose herself. She was obviously upset. The season came to an end because they played such a great game. As you said, nearly an upset for the ages in that PIAA first-round playoff game. But, you know, Miller, this team, on the court last year, you could see, and they're getting open looks, high percentage looks, and they've been able to knock them down. And Lipsy on the glass, I mean, she has just tremendous instincts when it comes to rebounding the ball, Joe. Something you know something about.
Yeah, I had a couple of those back in my day wearing the green and gold, but another thing, you mentioned the team mostly identical to last year with the exclusion of Macy Miller, the point guard. She's a freshman. We've seen her collect a couple points here in the early going, number 5 for the Stingers. She has 4 points of the 17 scored by Marion Center. In the meantime, Marion Center starting with the basketball. Coming to a stop is Miller, gets it to Lipsy. Lipsy kicks it out. Shot from the corner up and no good. Loose ball. Away with it are the Wolves, and this is where we've seen them turn it over.
Oh, you nearly called that one.
Kind of moving the basketball down the court and somebody kind of coming in and jarring it away. That's been a common occurrence here thus far. Here's Kern going to drive through the lane, coming to sort of a running stop.
Yeah, Lipsy got her hand in there and got all ball, and it just stopped the momentum of Kern.
The one thing that's made this Marion Center team so much fun to watch is just sort of their aggressiveness. They're a very active team defensively and so strong offensively with just moving the basketball. Shot up and good. Lily Jordan fouled and will go to the line and try to add to her total. She now has 6 and hopefully will make it 7. She's able to knock down this free throw.
6 of the Wolves' 8 points so far going to Lily Jordan, and that's where she makes her money, in the paint right there. All 3 of her buckets coming in the paint, that one in transition.
Yeah, Lily's such a well-rounded player, Josh. We've gotten to watch her pretty much since she was a freshman. She's burst on the scene and has been just a centerpiece of this West Shamokin team ever since. And just so fundamentally sound. As a reach and foul there on a nice rebound by the Stingers. But, we joke all the time. There are certain athletes that feel like they've just been here forever, and I think Lily Jordan's entered that stratosphere. It feels like we've been watching her for a long, long time. And she's a senior now, so we'll enjoy it while it lasts with Lily, because she's one of the best around.
Yeah, we've gotten to cover her entire career here on High Top Sports Network. It's kind of cool that when Lily was a freshman and the freshmen we covered that year are now seniors.
Yeah, year 4 of High Top Sports Network, hard to believe. Marion Center again making a very difficult shot there. It was by number 10, Brynlee Haggerty. We've seen her make a shot prior. Now she's up to 4. And there's a missed bucket by West Shamokin. Marion Center coming away with the rebound, leading by 11. 2 minutes into this second quarter. Shot out, up, and back rim no good. Brought in by senior Maria Young. She gets it out to McElwain, who gets it back to Young, and the Wolves will look to cut into this Marion Center lead, not let it get any larger. Marion Center 6-1, as we mentioned, Josh. All of their victories, excluding one, I believe, double-digit variety, including a big win over Purchase Line, where they held them, I believe, 16 or 17 points, not sure.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
All while putting 50-some on the board. Here's Jordan again.
Oh, good finish.
How many times have we seen her use that move? Uses her back to kind of screen the defender and then use glass, and she'll have a second chance here now for an and one. Lily leading all scorers in this game now with 8 points. As Talmadge will come in for Kern.
Jordan missed her first free throw there, Chance, on that three-point play just a little while ago, Joe. A little strong on that first free throw. Let's see if she knocks this one down. Again, strong, same spot.
So Marion Center, another quick shot. Lipsy, and good.
Boy, she is not afraid to pull a quick trigger for number 22 there.
Yeah, they love that penetrate and pitch. It's something we were taught back in the Stone Age at Marion Center. You drive and kick out, try to find that open shooter if the defense collapses, and Marion Center still doing it today. Is that shot up? No good, but here's Stewart with the putback.
Hey, right place, right time there for Elena Stewart. She gets a bucket off a loose ball there, offensive rebound and a putback.
Stewart, a nice athlete. Trying to watch her.
Oh, that was a walk. Looked like it.
Nothing called, but Lipsy's going to be the beneficiary of it. She's going to knock down a shot almost in the exact same location as she made the shot, I think the last possession, John,
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe about 1/2 step over to the left a little bit, but pretty much same spot.
Very confused. I have a device in my hand that normally I don't have to hold on to it. For whatever reason, when I set it down, it turns off.
Yeah, I don't know.
It dislikes me that much.
Maybe it's your...
Let me try setting it.
Turn the...
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Nope, maybe.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Hey.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
So 4:25 left. Marion Center still with that 11-point lead they had, I believe, to begin this quarter. And there's a foul on Lipsy. Nice job there by the Wolves. Notably, number 11, Taylor George. George coming off the bench for the Wolves this season.
Yeah, when I spoke to Coach Sabula earlier this week, she said that she was trying to get Taylor George more involved in the offense. She said she has a good touch around the hoop, a good shooter, and she wants her to become more of an offensive presence here for this team. I feel like sometimes when you have a player like Lily Jordan on your team, kind of defer those shots. She said she wanted Taylor to be more aggressive, putting the ball up.
George, no good on those attempts.
Good hustle.
Lipsy was taken out there a moment ago. Black in for her, since Lipsy has 2 fouls. Play it safe here.
Oh.
Nice shot, fake step around, and fouled by Kern, and that's a textbook right there. Again, another Marion Center play, that little shot fake step around.
You know,
how many times do you hear me talk about it?
A lot, because you know what, it works.
It does. It does. You get the defender up off their feet, and she kind of used a little twice over.
Yeah. Never moved that pivot foot. Get the defender jumping all around there. And
for such an old man yells at cloud like I am, Josh, it's good to see that there's still fundamentals back in a good old Marion Center, Pennsylvania.
Hey, guess what? We're going to point them out. We're both old man yells at cloud when it comes to hoops.
I like good old-fashioned run it through the offense. Don't shoot transition threes. Why should you? Use fundamentals in the post. Drive to the bucket. Draw fouls. So now Lily Jordan's going to go up with it again, and she's going to have another chance.
Wow.
Third such opportunity here in this first half for an and one. Missed the first 2 attempts. Looking to end that streak here. Another nice job absorbing the contact by Lily Jordan.
I hope my finger didn't get in the way of the camera when I did the and one right there.
Yeah, it's emphatic.
I mean, hey, she's finishing around the hoop after being contacted. That's really something you have to work on. Ooh, gets out to rattle home.
Shooter's touch on that one. Lily up to 11 points with that free throw, and the Wolves cut the lead down to 10.
Little double team over there, and get a turnover, Joe.
Yep, and the far referee points at the line and indicates that the dribbler, I'm not sure who that was, didn't get a good glance, but ball out of bounds back to West Shamokin. 3:41 left first quarter. As you look up at the scoreboard, one thing stands out to me, Josh, is a sub was just made for Marion Center. They had 3 scorers on the floor. Well, you look at the West Shamokin side, 11 coming from Lily Jordan. Ooh. That one swatted away by Miller. Miller's going to push the basketball. Haggerty with it now. She's going to shoot a layup. And nice rebound there by Kern. She's going to bring it down and push it the other way. Numbers for West Shamokin momentarily, but a travel. Just getting ahead of herself was Kern. We've seen that a couple times here tonight by West Shamokin, where they come to that almost same exact spot and jump and look to get it off to somebody, but everybody's covered.
Yeah, that's kind of a young player mistake. You see that a lot out of the younger players. You know, kind of just being just a little bit out of control and thinking, oh, I got to stop right here to pass it.
And a foul called there. 2 shots. Now will be rewarded to Lydia Miller. Foul's going to go against number 14, Maria Young, her first. Wolves third.
See, I never made that mistake, Joe, because I wasn't allowed to dribble the ball up the court.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Woodrow would have appreciated seeing me dribbling up the court too many times either.
I saw it a couple times on those old school VHSs.
And
pushed it.
Total accident. As Miller knocks down both free throws, she's been sturdy from there. And if you remember correctly, Josh, their game against Shenango in the PIAA first round game, they were excellent from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Were the Stingers continuing that here tonight? Miller now tied for the game high scoring lead with 11. And of course, the young lady is now going to stand at the free throw line, the other with 11, Lily Jordan.
Yeah, I got the over a little too aggressive there as that entry pass was coming into Jordan. Jumping over the back there was number 30, Natalie Black.
Jordan there, 2 in a row for her after the free throw made on the and one. Out goes George, in comes Stewart for West Shamokin. 1 more shot remaining for Lily Jordan. Once again takes back the scoring lead of the game.
That's another thing Coach Zabula mentioned, that she wanted to roll a lot of bodies out there. Wanted to have depth on that bench and get those younger players, as we talked on the way out here, Joe. 2 seniors, 3 juniors on this West Shamokin team. Get those younger sophomores and freshmen in there and get some run.
Nice job there by Black, I do believe. Yep, Natalie Black will draw the foul. And Marion Center always in a good position to rebound the basketball. Drawing another foul. Miller's going to go baseline on Talmadge. Reverse, tough shot, no good. Another chance for Marion Center, up off the glass, no good. A third chance, Black's going to put it up, and she's fouled by Stewart. Good job by Black to get around Stewart and get that kind of odd angle. And that's another foul on Stewart. She's going to have to come out, as you see George heading to the scorer's table.
That's another thing you notice about Marion Center. You talked about their rebounding, and they're always fighting for the ball. I mean, you saw Miller right there. She went up with that reverse, knew it was going to be off, and stopped herself, came back and took a swat at the ball. It ended up in a teammate's hand. Get another shot, another offensive board, and end up at the free throw line. I'll put that in my mouth. Sorry, I was a little far away.
And another successful trip to the free throw line here, Josh, for Marion Center. Black 2 for 2 on that trip. And the Wolves down by 12, looking to narrow the gap as Kern nearly a travel there. He's going to try to get to the hoop, throws it back to George. George double teamed. Someone gets it away. Jordan's going to then go up with it, and good. How does Lily Jordan do it?
Bully ball.
Boy, oh boy. If we gave out an award for best scorer when incurring contact, it would be Lily Jordan. But man, oh man, that hurts whenever your opponent drains a three down the other end. Haggerty with a big basket.
Nice answer there by Haggerty. The three from the wing. Knocked it down right after Jordan made a nice play, kind of get the crowd and the sideline a little fired up there.
I don't know if we could name another player who's quite as good as George has that one stripped away. And boys or girls basketball that's as good as Lily Jordan at absorbing that contact and still finding a way to make a basket, as Marion Center nearly turning the ball over, but somehow, some way, getting it back.
Honestly, I think Lily's been so used to it for 4 years. She's always being contacted, and she's able to square her shoulders, and she has a real nice touch after incurring that contact. A lot of times you'll see people go up too strong because they're bracing for that hit, but Lily's able to soften it up and score around the hoop.
1:11 left. That shot up by Young, no good. Rebounded by Marion Center, who leads by 13. Shot by Haggerty again, grazing the front rim, and Young gets it, pushes it out to Kern. Kern's going to throw it ahead to Jordan. Jordan's going to go up around two Marion Center defenders, miss it, and getting in front of Talmadge. Talmadge had all the time in the world to get position, but kind of sweeping in under her was number 14 for Marion Center, Molly Shadle. And Marion Center now with an opportunity to waste some clock here with 40 seconds left and possibly wait for the last shot, Josh.
Yeah, that's kind of a slick play there by Shadle, getting in underneath Talmadge right there, because Talmadge, I think she thought it was just going to come down to her and catch it.
Yeah, Marion Center certainly looking to take the last shot. 5-second call, interesting there.
Veteran official, Paul Tatarko.
Yep, and a veteran play there by Maria Young, who will take a seat here with 23 seconds left. Able to draw that 5-second call against Lydia Miller, excuse me. So now West Shamokin with an opportunity to take the last shot.
Well, the Wolves want to get a bucket here before the break, 13-point game.
Stop, pop, no good, off the front of the rim, and that one's gonna be a foul against Lily Jordan. I feel like the ball was kind of loose there.
Yeah, and I think both girls kind of just swinging hands for it. Don't think anything whistle-worthy was happening right there, but it goes against Lily.
So Jordan picks up what I believe is her first? Is that her second?
Yeah, I think it's her first.
So the 1-and-1 now for Marion Center.
Making those free throws, Joe. You mentioned it a little earlier. They're really good at the line.
Yeah, nobody even moved there. They're almost acting like it was a double bonus or something.
Oh, no more 1-and-1s this year in high school basketball.
Right. Yeah, it's just a double bonus right off the rip. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out, Josh.
Well, I forgot about it too, and John Bowser, our good friend, J-Bo, he pointed it out to me in the game we did together.
And just a swarming defense there by Miller, not even allowing a shot to get off. And that's how the first half will end. Marion Center leading here at West Shamokin by a score 34-19. We're going to take a quick break, thank a couple of our sponsors. Make sure you pay attention to our sponsors. Again, they're the reason wherever you may be tonight, you're able to watch this game free of charge here on High Top Sports Network. So give them some love. You guys pay attention to them, and we'll be right back here on High Top Sports Network. For Josh Reckengoss, my name is Joe Rhodes. We'll see you around the bend.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
Hi everyone. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. We're here tonight at the Richard G. Snyder YMCA. T-Bone.
Woo! Guys, that's right. It's $5 sushi Wednesday.
Produce sale. Bananas. 45 cents a pound.
Pork turkeys. You know why we're doing pork turkeys? We're doing a fundraiser.
The meat keeps on rolling. The Harry Sprankle.
You know what day it is today. It is Sushi Wednesday. $5 sushi rolls today.
We're getting inspired. Come on. Help me. Hashtag save meat.
And we're pumped up because we are less than 24 hours away from Camp Out for Community tomorrow. Like and share, like and share. So like and share, like and share. Help spread the word. Just make sure you like and share. We can't do what we do without you.
Come and see us. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
Can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
Bye.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
In Ford City, talk to State Farm agent Ryan Bowser today.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Halftime here between the West Shamokin Wolves and Marion Center Stingers. It is Marion Center with a 34-19 lead. After the first 16 minutes of this one, Marion Center, of course, coming in with a 6-1 record. The Wolves coming in the opposite side of the ledger with a 1-6 record. Marion Center's lone loss coming to Portage. And West Shamokin's victory coming against Northern Cambria here at home. So we will see what adjustments are made, but just to go over some first half stats for you. Number 10, Lily Jordan for West Shamokin, leading all scorers in this game with 15 points. She's got 15 of the 19 for West Shamokin. As for the Stingers, leading the scoring barrage, their 34-point effort is Lydia Miller with 11. Right behind her with 8 points is Maya Lipsy, who also has 2 fouls to her name. Coming in with 7 points for Marion Center. Right behind Lipsy is number 10, Brynlee Haggerty. We saw her knock down a 3. She's a nice shooting option for Marion Center. And also 2 up there with 4 points, number 5 for the Stingers. We saw her get her points early on. That was Macy Miller, the freshman point guard. And 2 points Also going to number 30. That is Natalie Black. There's some points somewhere else on the team. But those are just the only scores listed on the scoreboard. As I mentioned, though, a little bit more one-dimensional for West Shamokin, with Lily Jordan responsible for 15 of the 19 points that the Wolves have scored here. So certainly, I think for the Wolves to get back into this one, they're going to need to give Lily Jordan some help. But Lily Jordan right now, a one-lady wrecking crew, I should say. She's drawn 3 and 1 plays in this first half. Just so great at absorbing contact and still managing to make the shot. I saw her do that on 3 separate occasions in that first half. Did miss the free throws on 2 of those 3, but I saw her on a 2-shot foul later in the first half, knock down both, I do believe. And of course, the other and 1 play, she was able to knock down the free throw. So the Wolves, again, sort of an interesting year for them. They had a lot of freshmen last year make contributions. A lot of sophomores now, obviously, making contributions. You see players like Talmadge, Kern, Stewart, and the like playing a big role this year for these Wolves and trying to find their varsity sea legs. As Josh returning here. Okay, we're going to do a little musical headphone chairs. We did it. But I want to take an opportunity, too, while we have a chance here with 2 minutes remaining before the start of the second half. I want to thank one of our great sponsors, one of our day ones, and that is Bowser Minnick. Bowser Minnick. They're another one of our day ones, but Wrong Funeral Home. Carson Boyer Funeral Home. I want to thank them, and Brian Myers especially. Just a tremendous person and a tremendous operation they run there. Very supportive of what we do. Brian specifically really emphasizes the importance of athletics and what they're able to do and this exposure and what it kind of does for these student athletes, and we're proud to do it, and he's proud to sponsor us, and we couldn't appreciate him more for it. So thank you to Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments for their support. You see him on the scoreboard there. If you're in the market for a monument, I have to ask Brian when I see him, can you just buy a monument? Like, it doesn't have to be always something sad there. You could just, what if I want to buy you a monument for Christmas, Josh?
I would probably feel a little weird about that, but
I might do it now.
You can do that on their website. I saw monuments that are specifically family oriented. Like you said, it doesn't have to be a sad thing all the time. It's something you can put in your yard.
Yeah.
And just, an expression of love to your family.
That's why I would give it to you. It's an expression of love.
Well, I would appreciate it. Still feel weird, but
I might do it still.
The expression of love that I was just telling West Shamokin varsity boys basketball head coach Shud McCullough about is he's lengthening my 3-iron today.
Oh, what did he think of that?
Oh, he said, does Joe have a second career in club work? And I said, I'll tell you what, man, when I caught it clean, it went. I
hate to say it, but I'm getting really good at changing golf club grips
and
extending clubs.
Yeah.
I extended your 3-iron a nice bit for you there, because you're definitely a little more bent over than you should have been when you were swinging. And there I came with my X-Acto knife.
And you just whipped it. It was like Batman. You had like a utility belt.
So if anybody's looking to get their clubs extended and their grips,
new grips,
holler at your boy. 724-824-3554, High Top Sports Network. Or if you just want to sponsor us, we would appreciate that as well, and help us continue to bring these interscholastic athletics to you wherever you may be on any device.
Coach McCullough said, tell Joe I said good job.
Oh, thanks, Coach. Well, tell him, hopefully I'll get to see him after the game. If he needs new grips anytime soon, I'm his guy.
Yeah, we got some coming.
Yes, I got some cool white ones. Hopefully we're going to be golfing here in a warm environment. We don't want to say for certain yet, but we might be much needed high top vacay, golf vacay, coming up here possibly in January. So you won't hear Josh and our voice, which I'm sure you won't be too bugged by, as Black puts that one off the glass and good to start the scoring here in the second half for the Stingers. But we've got some great guys here that will continue to carry on the action while we're soaking in a little bit of January sun, and of course swinging the sticks, something we love way too much.
Well, there's no rule against us streaming it.
We might have to do that as Kern puts up the nice shot there from the elbow, up and good to get the Wolves up to 21 points. That's Kern's first points of the ball game. That one glances off the hands of Stewart. Stay here with the Stingers of Marion Center. Josh, quickly, what was the previous mascot at Marion Center before Stingers?
The Lightning Laddies.
That is correct, sir. Well done. As that basket's knocked down by number 5. Mentioned her at halftime, Josh, when you stepped away. That was a Macy Miller. She scored early on in the first quarter and kind of went quiet, but there she is again, knocking down a bucket for the Stingers. Put the lead back up to 17.
Well, Marion Center, a very unselfish team. It's not like they have a #1 established scorer that's going to get X amount of shots per game. I mean, it's a very much a team effort. And these girls, look, when they have the open shot, they take it.
And bucket up and good there for West Shamokin. I used the good old Western Pennsylvania fur. But the first points on the night for number 14, Maria Young. The senior getting into the scoring column. Black going baseline there. Nice dish to the open Lipsy, who is bank knocking down that baseline jumper. Tell you what, she's money. And those, what'd you say there, about 10 feet out?
Yeah, 10 to 15 feet. I think she's really got a nice shot. And right there, she had time to rotate the ball in her hands. And as a shooter, you know you want to get the right feel before you let it go. She had time to do that and just knocked another one down.
Yeah, she's a confident shooter for sure, not afraid to shoot it. And nice piece of the many nice pieces on this Marion Center squad. That last basket put her into double digits.
Yeah, she's really high energy too. I mean, she works hard on the boards. Every single shot that goes up, she's in there crashing for it.
Just a high motor team, really. This Marion Center squad is a rare mistake there by the Stingers. Ball going one way, the intended target going the other, and the ball over to West Shamokin. 5:35 left in quarter number 3.
When did Marion Center change the mascot from the Lightning Laddies to the Stingers?
I'm going to guess it was a long, long time ago, because you think of the name Lightning Laddies. That sounds like a name that was around before anybody could be clever enough to come up with a name like Stingers.
Yeah, right?
But I do want to, as Lily Jordan taking another trip to the free throw line. That's the second foul against Natalie Black. But I'm going to venture a guess here is Jordan really doing a good job from the free throw line here in the last few trips there. She's got 16, looking to make it 17, but that's got to be the only school with the Stinger mascot. Now there's Bees. We cover the Freeport Yellow Jackets. There's one. There's several B mascots out there as Jordan knocks down the second. Cut this lead back down to 15. But I don't think there's another Stingers out there, Josh, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, I don't know of any.
I always pride myself on saying we're not the whole B, we're just the... Oh!
Wow.
Like a scooping runner there by number 5, Macy Miller. She'll go to the line and try to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. Nice looking shot there. Very difficult.
Yeah, very difficult. And bringing it down like that, you're running the risk of getting it blocked, but also good chance you're going to get hacked across the arm, and she did.
That free throw attempt no good. Knocked out of bounds by the school formerly known as the Lightning Laddies.
Yeah. You know, it feels like, I can't believe that Marion Center has 42 points here with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It seems so spread out and balanced. It's like a quiet 42.
Yeah, you got 11, 10, 8, 7, 4. Those are the scoring totals of the 5 players on the court right now for Marion Center. Whereas you look at the West Shamokin side, you see 17 by Lily Jordan, 2, 2, and 4. So this West Shamokin team, I like the pieces they have for sure. If you can find that secondary scoring and avoid some of these self-inflicted wounds and turnovers, they're a team that you don't want to run into because they've got good scoring from their, or good guard play, and certainly great post play from players like Lily Jordan and Stewart. And then you got Taylor George coming in off the bench. Talmadge getting the inbound. She's going to be guarded by Macy Miller. Nice shot fake there by Young. Gets the defender up off her feet. Little fall away jumper there by number 25 of the Wolves, Maddie Kern. No good, and ball over to the Stingers.
And one thing I've noticed so far is Aaliyah Talmadge is getting open looks. She's just not knocking them down right now. And, once you start getting that secondary scoring, like you said, get a shooter out there with confidence that's hitting those open shots, different outcomes on the horizon.
Absolutely, and here's a Haggerty who's not afraid to pull it. Front rim, no good. Rebounded by Talmadge. One and done on that trip or the Stingers. 3:53 left, third quarter. 17-point advantage for the visitors in green.
Well, that was the best box out of Maya Lipsy so far in this game, and no surprise that it was done by Lily Jordan.
Kern again, that one good. And I like to see her shoot again after that miss on the last trip down the court, Josh, because, not afraid to pull it again. And she's a player that seems like the more she gets those attempts, the more likely she's to start getting a little bit of a run there. Kern, the big bucket for the Wolves, make it 27 points now for West Shamokin. Haggerty again. Second chance, Black.
That's 4, yeah, I think. Excuse me. I believe that's 4 on Lily, I'm not sure. Yep.
Man, picking up 4 pretty quickly there. You're right, she's gonna come out, in comes McElwain, and makes you wonder how long it's gonna be until we see Lily Jordan with those 4 fouls. 3:14 left in the third quarter, Josh.
Yeah, just gonna say the same thing, Joe. Still 3 minutes left in this third quarter, and I mean, you gotta sit her for a little bit in the fourth, I would think.
There's Miller pulling the 3, good.
So smooth.
Lydia Miller not afraid to pull, and this team shooting a very high percentage, Josh. Getting a lot of second chance opportunities as well. They box out well, nose for the basketball, they hustle hard. It's just if this team was wearing blue, if they were wearing red, I'd like them, Josh, but the fact they are my alma mater makes it even more cool, but they're just a well-rounded team. Really fun to watch.
And like I said before, no selfishness whatsoever. You're not seeing anyone force a shot. It's just really hard work. And when you get the opening, you take it.
And I'd love to have Coach Judd McCauley here right now, because I'd like to see if he'd like the comparison I'm about to make. They remind me a lot of the boys Portage team of a couple years ago. And there's Stewart with an up and good, and draws the foul. These post players for West Shamokin, you said it a moment ago, Josh, very talented. They've got the very athletic forwards there with Jordan and Stewart. Not a team you want to run into if they're clicking in all cylinders.
Yeah, especially if they're limiting the turnovers, which has hurt them today. If they can limit the turnovers, get the ball up the court, and get it inside to those post players.
Stewart knocking down the free throw, make it a 30-point total now for the Wolves, 45 for the Stingers, and wouldn't you know it, Marion Center knocking down another jumper from the mid-range. That time it was Black. But Josh, just to kind of wrap up my point, I would like to ask Coach Judd McCall his thoughts on that, because they do remind me a lot of that Portage team. Great passing the basketball, rarely turned it over, played smart, unselfish. Just a unit out there, if there's ever been one. And kind of feel that same way about this Marion Center team.
Yeah, agree 100%. Right there, Talmadge again, an open look, and she had plenty of time to set herself, get it up there just a little bit short. That would have been a nice 3 to get right there.
Wolves and a man-to-man. The drive pulls the defender in, and once again, Lipsy, elbow extended, knocks it down.
Love that she rotates the ball as soon as it hits her hands.
Yep.
Finds that seam and just lets it go. Nice backspin.
That penetrating pitch once again for the Stingers, working to perfection. Lipsy knocking down another jumper from the mid-range. Fundamental basketball 101 here tonight, making this guy smile.
I know. For all the times we see, as you said, the high school game, just transition threes. We talked about it on the way out here. Armstrong took 28 three-point shots in a loss at North Hills on Monday, and it's just like, whenever you get the fundamental basketball, I'm not surprised that it makes you smile, because it makes me smile too. That's how we learn the game, and it's nice to see it still exists.
And you see it working. And you see it working to
yeah.
perfection. I mean, I think it's the easiest way to win a basketball game is the way you're seeing it here. If you play as a team, don't take dumb shots, rotate the basketball well, hustle, box out. A rare miss by the Stingers, but who else? Black with the shot, and there's another chance possibly, but Macy Miller couldn't track that one down. Ball over to West Shamokin with 41 seconds left. But Josh, I just think it's an easier way to win. It's a more often effective way to win. I always say, why just stand around the three-point line and put shots up from there? When you drive and you kind of get inside the arc, you also your chances of making it obviously increase. But the other added advantage is Marion Center with another steal. Up and good by Miller. Macy Miller now up to 10 points. Third scorer in double digits for Marion Center. 21-point advantage now. But you also run the chance of drawing a foul against your opponent. And I love that because the easiest way to defeat somebody is by putting their best player on the bench, or best players on the bench. This was Shamokin with a chance there. Half-court shot by Miller. Online, but just a hair short. And that's how things will end here in quarter number 3. The Stingers adding to their lead thanks to a balanced effort. It's Marion Center 51, West Shamokin 32. We're going to take a quick break and come back with quick reaction in the 4th and final quarter here from West Shamokin Junior Senior High School on High Top Sports Network. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Josh, we're just kind of looking at the scoring totals that are up on the scoreboard here at West Shamokin. You got Miller with 14. You got Lipsy with 12. You got Macy Miller with 10.
Tight zoom.
Tight zoom, I like it. Natalie Black with 6. And then also there on the scoreboard is, I believe, Avery Ruddick, if that's correct. But that would, am I right? That leaves 9 more points somewhere. So that's just, talk about scoring from all up and down your lineup, which is something, again, you want to see. If you're in the playoffs and maybe your best player is not having a good day, it's good to have have a backup plan, I guess you could say. And it seems like Marion Center's got several of them.
Or if you run into what the Wolves are facing right now with Lily Jordan on the bench.
Exactly.
Not just your best player having an off night shooting, your best player sitting down with foul trouble.
Excellent point. It's not just a matter of an off night, it's just being restricted to the bench due to foul trouble. Nice job. Wolves kind of taking a page from Marion Center's book there. Penetrate pitch, finding the open shooter. Here's a shot by Young. Long, no good.
Oh, Stewart.
It's going to go, off the hands apparently of, Stewart. Looked like Black might have touched it last, but the veteran referee, the
aforementioned.
Yep, the aforementioned Paul Tarko there. Johnny on the spot. Trust his eyesight to.
Pauly on the spot.
Shot it by the Stingers. No good. Rebounded by the senior Young. Score remains 51-32 in favor of Marion Center. Certainly going to be interesting to watch the direction of these teams as the season goes on. Like I said, West Shamokin, if they can get on a roll and start finding their game and see some of these younger players, move along. Miscommunication there by the Wolves, turning it over. Those plays just like that right there, Josh. If the Wolves can minimize those, you can continue to see growth from these younger players. They're a scary team. One that I don't think a lot of Heritage Conference opponents would want to see. As for this Marion Center team, it seems like it's just a matter of sort of fine-tuning the things they already do really well. Spin move up and good by Lydia Miller. Give her 16 on the night.
She may have made that move once or twice in her life. Looked pretty fluid right there, Joe.
It's something about that number 24 in the green and gold.
Little stop and pop, spin move.
I'll tell you what, that I didn't shoot it that well. That's a tough shot as quickly as she spun around and kind of didn't even really have her feet set. Sort of a fadeaway to that tough side, I think, when you're righties. Wolves get a basket there. That one going to number 25. The one, the only, Maddie Kern.
Yeah, Kern took an elbow in the face there, too, as she was coming up with the ball to shoot. She looks to be okay.
Oops, I gave the Wolves a couple too many points, 34-53 the score. Wolves able to force a turnover. Here's Talmadge with the three, and good. Leia Talmadge knocking down the three from the wing. Her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, and like I said, she's had multiple open looks, not just from three, but from around the perimeter too, and finally found the distance with 5:38 left here in the fourth quarter.
And obviously the Wolves are down by quite a few points, but that's the things that can come out of these last 5 minutes and 38 seconds, Josh. Kind of building that confidence, getting those shots up, knowing what it feels like to kind of just put the ball through the twine and you know, gain that experience and that confidence and those reps for later in the year. Because obviously the Wolves staring at a 1-7 record, possibly with a loss tonight, as Black knocks down the free throw. There's still a lot of basketball to play, and you can still sneak into those District 6 playoffs, get around that 500 mark, a little bit north of it possibly. And once you know it, the Stingers knocking down both free throws there. Black doing so in that particular trip.
Hard to see those free throw numbers. Deep.
Talmadge, that's exactly what I was saying, Josh. Valuable minutes now. Talmadge, 2 straight threes for that young lady. She's up to 6. And the Stingers lead cut down to 15 here with 5:14 left. The importance of these last few minutes. I mean, a comeback would be pretty amazing, but shot there. Young with another board. We've seen Maria Young get quite a few boards here, and there's Lily Jordan. I was going to kind of wonder, I was going to say it right there.
5-minute mark.
Yep, when were we going to see her again? And Johnny on the spot, getting to the scores table. That one swatted away by Lipsy, getting it back. Here's McElwain high, arcing 3, no good. Good position by Kern. She wanted the over-the-back call. She might have had an argument for it. The aggressive Lydia Miller right on her hip. So, ball will stay here with West Shamokin, and the aforementioned Lily Jordan back into the ball game. Can't afford a foul. Kern, long, no good. Black with the board. 4:40 left. Quarter number 4 in this Heritage Conference matchup on High Top Sports Network. Black dribbling in the post. Jordan hands straight up, knowing she can't reach at all. Miller, no good. McElwain with the board. Young looking up, decides to not risk it. Throws it into Lily Jordan. Great job posting up. She's fouled, and wouldn't you know it, Josh? She's fouled, and she puts it in. The 4th time she's done that tonight. Unreal. Lily Jordan absorbing the contact, double teamed, nowhere to go. Don't even know how she got that shot off. Somehow gets it in, and she'll look to make 20 points a night if she can nail this free throw, Josh.
Got it.
Unbelievable. Just making the very difficult look easy, as she oftentimes does, regardless of sport, Josh. Lily Jordan with a big 3 points on that trip for West Shamokin. 4 minutes remaining, and suddenly, just like that, Josh, 12-point lead. And you're going to see Marion Center. I was going to say milk the clock, but Lipsy.
Oh, hey.
She was almost too open, was Lipsy there.
Oh, wow. McElwain.
Took one right to the
nose. Banged her nose off of the forehead of Black, I believe.
We talked about this, Josh. That happens way too many times in basketball.
Oh.
Foul's going to go against Black, and looks like she's going to get subbed out with 4 fouls. So both her and Lily Jordan of West Shamokin, 2 that can't afford another foul. Jordan stays in the game, though, for West Shamokin, really with really no time to waste for these Wolves. You need her scoring threat and her rebounding ability. As they look for her right there, she's going to go up with it. Fouled, nice job there. Again, there you go, getting it in the post. What do? You draw a foul against one of the better players on the Marion Center side, Lipsy. And that's her 3rd. Now you get to shoot, nobody's defending you. It's the beauty of fundamental basketball.
Yeah, Lipsy wasn't going to let Lily have a chance to get a shot up right there, so smart foul by her.
First one up and good. Lily Jordan, a nice streak going now from the free throw line. She's now got 21 points.
Yeah, it just popped into my head her last time
I thought you were going to say 21-21.
21. It's not a regular F-150.
It's a Raptor.
It's a Raptor. But I was wondering where Lily
Big
is.
Big offensive board on the all-time scoring list?
Yeah.
That might be a question for the esteemed Frank Nagy.
Yeah, I got to find out.
I'm sure he might have an idea. Maybe former head coach Phil Parks, he might know. Might be a good person to ask. Trying to think who else. Really, those 2 might be the authority. What a tough shot by Lydia Miller.
Ice water, baby. Ice water.
Man, that ice water is almost just pure ice. She's up to 19 and a foul there against West Shamokin. Moving screen.
That was a high arcing three right there by Miller.
And her ability to shoot without her feet really set at all. Unbelievable. And the moving screen is going to be a killer here for the Wolves. That we're gaining, or excuse me, the Wolves were gaining some momentum there, Josh. And between that Miller three-pointer and the moving screen, it's going right back to hopelessness. Stripped away, and Haggerty comes away with it. Stingers are going to be content with kind of running out the clock here, Josh. 2:31 left in this contest.
Oh, Lily mixing it up there with 4 fouls. She ties it up, and the Wolves force a turnover.
You know, my philosophy, Josh, you got one in the pocket, you might as well use it eventually. Hopefully she doesn't use it too soon. 2:24 left, and a narrow chance still for these Wolves to get back into it, down by 14, but really nowhere to go. Got to start scoring in bunches here. Jordan turnaround, nice defense by Lipsy.
Wow. I thought it was a foul, but you know what? The official, he called the tip immediately. So great D by Lipsy.
Yeah, I saw all ball there as well, and she's a tough person to defend, let alone block.
She can really get up, too. I mean, she's got those quick springs.
Indeed. A big series there for the Stingers. Baseline Haggerty up, rolls around, touches every part of the rim, and then she's going to get the foul, sort of a frustration foul after missing that little runner. Another Marion Center play, the runner. No one better at it than Penns Manor girls head coach Jason Maloser.
I wonder if Jason knows how many times he gets mentioned on this network. I hope he does.
Enough for his, tell you what, the best point guard I've ever played with.
And a tremendous coach.
Yep, still my point guard. And a tremendous coach. You know, you talk about Jason, a first team All-Gazette guy his senior year. And
scrappy too,
yeah,
man. He
loved
to get in there.
Just consistent as they come. And, you know, this is saying something about him. He was as good as they get in the Heritage Conference at a time when the Heritage Conference was a tough conference.
Oh, yeah.
And as I mentioned, a first teamer there for the Gazette in 2005, 4 or 5. And my point I'm getting at is I see Caleb Griffith, a former teammate of mine here across the way. He would probably agree with me that Jason Maloser, even better coach than player.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was always a coach on the court.
You kind of tell that watching those old games.
But he was a heck of a player, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just really saying something. Is Jason's taken the Penns Manor Comets girls basketball program to the state tournament and District 6 championships, and build just a perennial program there. A minute 5 seconds left here, and the Stingers playing keep away, and it's working. As finally a foul whistled, I believe, against Maria Young. Young with 1, so she has plenty to spend. Ball's going to be taken out of bounds here by Macy Miller. But again, the Heritage Conference has always been a very strong basketball conference, and I remember talking to, we just mentioned his name a moment ago, Phil Parks, a couple years ago. He said that he considered the Heritage Conference, and I've heard this from other people, the best small school basketball girls conference in the state. And you know what? This is a year where you can really lay claim to it with 2 defending state championship game runners-up in the conference. So you think about this. Your Heritage Conference championship game last year at the KCAC between Homer Center and River Valley featured 2 teams that ended up playing in a state championship game later in the year.
Wow.
That's rare. Very, very rare.
Yeah.
So Lily Jordan, that young lady, talk about leaving it all on the line, 21 points, just a
21.
ton of rebounds. And
not 2. She had more than 2 tonight.
Yeah, she had several. But hats off to Lily Jordan on her effort. But the Heritage Conference, a good time to be a part of it. Obviously, the conference inviting a lot of new members, being whether it be Portage, who joined a couple years ago, Cambria Heights around that same time, and then some of the newbies like Conemaugh Valley, Conemaugh Township. Paul Tatarka with a look on his face that describes pure confusion.
I was just going to say that.
Guy's been around a lot of hoops.
Yes, he has.
So that foul is going to be called against the Put that on the guest side, though. I don't think. Do you see that? The blanking for number 10. Maybe is there number 10 out there for?
Yeah.
So she put it. Yeah, the shooter has a foul. I think that's what you see the Marion center side.
They put the 5th foul up there now for West Shamokin.
There it is. Yep, it goes to number 14 for the Wolves. My roster's upside down, and I can read upside down better. Maria Young.
That's how my brain works. Sometimes I just got to see it upside down.
So that's 8 points now for Brindley Haggerty. Shot up and good. And this and one spree by the Wolves here tonight.
Really.
Continuing, this time it's Maya McElwain, the junior.
Well, she was fired up after that bucket. Down 12 points here, only 32 seconds left in the game. Like to see that emotion.
High arcing shot again from that young lady, rebounded by the young lady wearing number 22, who's up to 4 fouls. Talk about getting her money's worth. Oh, and Kern saves it somehow. Almost saved it around the back with 19 seconds left. Got to change that, the Wolves. Give them credit, Josh. They were down by
17, I think, at one point.
I think the most was 17 and back down to 12. And, you know, reason for that, obviously, you see better shooting. Those shots that weren't falling in the first half. Now, travel, I thought maybe, but foul's going to be called prior to that. And that'll send the young lady with 19 points to her name, Lydia Miller, to the charity stripe. She's going to look to try to get over that 20-point mark. She does just that. Has she missed a free throw tonight?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I really don't remember Marion Center missing too many. And there's another one. Nothing but the bottom of the net. She's up to 21 points. Apropos, way for the Stingers' possible end of the scoring to go as Talmadge puts up a 3, banks it home. It doesn't matter, the bank is open, and that's how it'll end. A nice way to end it for the Wolves, who clawed back and made it an interesting final quarter of this game. But the Stingers able to come away with a 61-50 victory here on the road at West Shamokin. A little backyard rivalry between the Stingers and the Wolves, a budding rivalry, really, I feel like, since the Wolves joined the Heritage Conference back in 17-18, I want to say, Josh. One of those later editions. Again, when I played in the Heritage Conference, we had a school called Laurel Valley in there. Yeah, that was a school. It was later joined with Ligonier Valley, so all those students ended up just going to Ligonier, and it was Ligonier Valley. So Ligonier Valley at that time, here's another fun Heritage Conference trivia question for all you out there that love Heritage Conference trivia.
There are people watching that do.
Yep. The Ligonier Valley were the Mounties.
The Mounties.
Yep. And then when they joined forces with Laurel Valley, who were the Rams, they took their mascot, and then they went to that school.
Ah, I got you.
So it's best of both worlds. You take one school's name, you take the other one's mascot. You both have the same school colors. You call it a wash.
Oh, wow, they did?
Yep, and they're right down the road from each other, which was strange, black and red. So, yeah, that's a little Heritage Conference tidbit. I'm trying to think the last year that Laurel Valley would have been in existence, but I remember they had I can't remember his name. I think his first name was Shane. Very good, skilled forward. It was around the same age as myself. But good days in the Heritage Conference, and I'll tell you what, these are good days for Heritage Conference girls basketball, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Teams like Marion Center are certainly going to bring some spotlights on this Heritage Conference as the year goes on. Saw tonight exactly why they are a team that was in the state playoffs a year ago, almost upset the #1 team out of the WPIAL in the first round of those state playoffs. And as this season goes on, we're nearing kind of that midway point, darn near close to it. They seem to be a team that can only get better and really showed a lot of signs of a team that really don't want to face come playoff time.
First off, I have to ask you, did you pick Shane out in the warm-up line and be like, that's my guy tonight, I'm shutting him down?
I actually believe, and this is funny, I was going to say this, that guy right out there at center court with the camo hat, of course, and the blue shirt, Caleb Griffith,
yeah,
he would have had the duties of guarding Shane Dickert. That's the name. So if Shane Dickert's out there.
How do you remember this stuff?
I'm a sports guru, my man.
I can't remember anyone I played against except the guys that dunked on me.
Definitely was in the All Gazette team. I want to say a second teamer. I remember that stuff his senior year because I believe he's a senior when I was. Along with that young man out there, Caleb Griffith. They were both, I think, on the second team that year. A loaded year when you talk about the boys basketball and the Heritage that year. Same with the girls, though. District 6 champions, I believe, that year, Northern Cambria girls basketball.
The Colts. Well, I got to tell you, Joe, to go back to this actual game that we just watched. First off, I think off the top of my head.
You want to hear more trivia?
I do. You can hear it on the car ride home. I gladly listen. I love learning about it. If you watch the broadcast of West Shamokin boys game against River Valley last week, I gave you credit for turning me on to the Heritage Conference. You know, I was always a Whippeal guy, played in the Whippeal, and kind of always had my focus there. But I have learned much about the Heritage Conference over the past few years, and that's thanks to you.
I was there, so it made it easy. You know, I was a bystander to it. I feel like some really great games. I'd still say the greatest game in Heritage Conference history for boys game, regular season game, has to be that. I'd like to go, poll people that know a lot about Heritage Conference basketball. But the Marion Center Blairsville game, it would have been late January of 2005. Marion Center upsetting the previously unbeaten in the final regular season game of the year, the previously unbeaten Blairsville Bobcats were looking to make it to a second straight state semifinal. Eventually did make it to a state semifinal that year, but did encounter that loss in the regular season to the Stingers. Your man here in that game, I believe I scored 16 actually, somehow, some way, thanks to guys like Jason Maloser, who, if you go back and watch that game, he found me open on a lot of plays. It again, but really reminds me of that Portage boys team from a couple years ago. Do these Marion Center girls just smart, very instinctually aware of the game, pass the ball well, don't turn the ball over, take smart shots, box out, high energy. It's just fun brand of basketball to watch, and certainly we saw tonight why it's effective and how you win games doing that, as they have done so a lot this year, moving to 7-1.
Yeah, a great effort tonight by the Stingers. As we said, fun to watch last year throughout that playoff run, and really fun to watch tonight. I just so impressed by the unselfishness. There was not a selfish play out there for an entire 4 quarters by the Stingers tonight. You know, great rebounding as usual, good defense as usual. You know, and West Shamokin, they did their best to try and hang. Young team, might be giving them, you know, a better run here in the second time around, later in the season possibly. But really, Marion Center already hitting a mid-season form there, 7-1.
Absolutely. Josh, real quickly, want to name the Bird's Foot Golf Club, the dare I say, the greatest golf club in the whole entire world. St. Andrews gets a lot of love. Oakmont gets a lot of love.
Yeah.
Pebble Beach, a lot of love. I disagree.
Put it on your bucket list.
Yep. Yeah. If you are anywhere in the world and you love golf, you need to make the trip to Freeport, Pennsylvania, and get around in at the lovely, the always wonderful, the challenging yet forgiving. Speaking of golf, that guy right there, Alex Talmadge, a voice here on the network sometimes, a tremendous golfer.
He's decent.
He's all right. But just the luscious, my home away from home.
Oh, beautiful place.
Bird's Foot Golf Club. Make sure you stop there. The weather's nice. They'll be open. So
Get the membership now, too, Joe.
Yep, get the membership now. Lock it in for next year. Some of the most competitive membership prices. And you're not going to find a membership that well priced at a course that nice anywhere in Western PA. So make sure you tell them High Top Sports Network sent you next time you're there, and grab a giant, what are the dogs? The Mad Dogs?
Yeah, the Mad Dogs, and make sure to put the, what's the stuff called?
Oh, the
Greek sauce?
Greek sauce.
Yeah,
Yep, the Greek
put the Greek sauce on the dogs. It's phenomenal.
But we'll call it how about the Mad Dog Bird's Foot Player of the Game?
Let's do it.
This is the thing we're going to start here. But, I mean, I think it's going to be a repeat for Player of the Game where we left off in the last time Marion Center appeared on the network, that state playoff game. Lydia Miller, it kind of starts and ends with her. It seems like when she gets going, as she did early, everybody kind of gets going around her. And confident shooter.
Oh, yeah.
High motor, not afraid to pull it, hits difficult shots, and she reached, 21 points as well, I believe, tonight.
21.
To tie for the game high. Oh, yeah.
Put her up there. Put that baby up in the air.
Yeah, rally baby.
Get that baby up on that rim. Yeah, Lydia Miller. The 3-ball, the perimeter jumper, the drives to the hoop, the dishes. She had some really nice assists tonight, too. Definitely worthy of our Bird's Foot Mad Dog Player of the Game.
Well, Josh, that about wraps it up. Thank you to all you out there for tuning in. We always appreciate you taking your evenings to spend them with us here. We know you have several ways to do it, and the fact you decided to listen to us just talk like a couple old men at McDonald's eating breakfast sandwiches and reading the newspaper. Drinking coffee. We appreciate that because probably better ways to spend it, but you decided to spend it with us, and we couldn't be more appreciative of that. And also want to thank our sponsors, of course. They're the reason you guys are out there listening to it free of charge. Again, tonight's scoreboard sponsor, Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments. Make sure you do it. Make it a happy monument.
Yeah.
Josh, I'm going to get you a happy monument for Christmas.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it, I think.
And so make sure you tell Brian hello, and they want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And we thank them for their support of High Top Sports Network. Also want to thank Bird's Foot Golf Club. Also want to thank Phoenix Physical Therapy here in Rural Valley. Dr. Brian, awesome dude, another one of those long timers, been with us pretty much from our inception in 2020. We appreciate Dr. Brian down there at Rural Valley. Make sure whenever you're in need of those services, hopefully you don't need them anytime soon, but if you do, he's the go-to and the place to go at Phoenix Physical Therapy. Also want to thank Sprinkles Neighborhood Market, and also want to thank the best baseball facility as far as facilities concerned, and the teaching of the game of baseball and softball, Armstrong Indoor Athletics. Make sure you check them out in downtown Katanning. Josh, any final words?
Nope, just happy to watch a really good basketball game here tonight, and happy to do another broadcast with you, sir. We rarely get to do them, so Always a good time, and I'm happy that your alma mater came out victorious.
Well, I'm not gonna. I love my West Shamokin too. It's like been covering for how long? Almost a decade now.
West Shamokin Joe, you've been called.
I've been called West Shamokin Joe. I have, and certainly love every opportunity I have to come in this gym. A lot of good memories and a lot of good friends here. Like that gentleman you mentioned earlier, Joe McCullough, who I'm going to ask him if he needs grips, because I owe him probably free grips at this point, how nice he is and how kind he's been to us over the years.
Best.
He is the best. I love that guy, sincerely. But a lot of people like that out here, so never happy when the Wolves lose. But it's okay sometimes when if there's a team that you're okay with it, semi-okay with it, it's going to be these Stingers, as they certainly deserved and won it fair and square tonight here by a final score of 61-50. So that about wraps it up. For one final time for Josh Reck and Goss, my name is Joe Rhodes. You folks have a great, great rest of your week, and may no train pass you by. We'll see you.